long graduation or forward graduation. The shape is created through a face. Section pattern from just in front of the apex. And really this is key, that we're going to go to just in front of the ear. One of the biggest failures with long graduation is that people actually take the corner off at the back. So they bring all this hair around, and that's when they're over directing there, they bring it all round, trying to bend the fingers, come that way and end up taking the corner out. Now to a client, this corner is the most important thing. If she said she only wants this much cutting off, and you cut that much off at back, and then take that much off at corner, what she's had from the front is that much hair off. So it's really important that we protect that corner. And that corner is that little piece of hair that's just on top of the ear, because that's what's going to come forward of the shoulder blade. So we're going from just in front of the apex to just over the top of the ear. And I said earlier in what I was doing, we're going to cut it to its natural fall. What we're going to mean is we're going to actually cut it to where it's going to fall on the face. We're not going to pull that hair forward and try to bend his fingers. So we're going to take it, if it's I've got quite wide fingers, so I can take this as one section. If that's too big, you can subdivide that and remove that out of it and just do that section, or you can do it as one section. So we're going to come down to its natural fall, and we're going to start to bring our comb around to bring that shape in. And we're going to stop as hands moving there, and the hair will actually stop and behave itself like that. Now this is as guide, and this is where we're aiming to. So it's the angle of the blades of your scissors that depicts how short it's going to go. Now because we want to do some bob work, I don't want to kind of cut this up here, because when I do short bob it'll not look right. So we're going to go in, around, stop our fingers, there's a starting position, and we're going to cut through in one go. We need to get that little bit at the front a bit higher, put that behind, down, bring our fingers around. You can see that angle there. There's no other way in this plan that you can create that angle and that shape without cutting it like that. That's exactly as what was shown on the image. We've got a guide as to where we're going to aim to. And so the client will sometimes say here, but we're going to leave it as long as possible. So we're going to go to another side. We're going to comb it to its natural fall, exactly the same. We're going to bring our hands around. We've picked the guide, which is just under that block. Never come that way, because your elbows cannot create that angle. I'm not a fan, I don't like slide clutch cutting. I've seen some guys do it on YouTube and they slide cut like this. Depending on your pressure and the moisture in the hair, the scissors will slide through totally differently. So you tend to find is one side cut one way, one side cut the other way. So I'm not a fan of slide cutting. Down, bring the comb around, balance it, in, pointing scissors to the same part. And this takes some practice. Again, we're going to check from the front. So take a little piece of this. So I'm slightly longer on this side. Come back round. Bring that comb around. Move your finger so you can see the angle. I can see exactly where I am. Same. Bring it around, put it into shape. Perfect opening. What it also does, on finer hair, it gives it a solid line and stops all that really fluffy softness that you can see sometimes. So it's going to give it a little bit of strength. Okay? Long graduation. Do not expect to get that first time. I know people have been hairdressing for 2 years with us and they still struggle with long graduation. So just take your time, make sure it's nice and wet, slowly separate when you're coming down. You're putting the comb at the back of your hand. And then when you get to where you want to stop your hand, bring the comb around and the hair will just behave like that, so you can just trim that. Okay? Good luck.